Hello, Cancers, and welcome to this, your mid-December check-in. This will be a significantly shorter reading than the reading that I posted for the whole month, so let's dive right in. For those of you who are new here, thank you so much for trusting and clicking on this video. And for those of you who are returning, thank you for continuing to support the channel. If you haven't already done so, please hit that like and subscribe. All right, the first cards we're going to pull out is a card of where you are at now, just checking in with you for the middle of December. We have the Eight of Swords card coming up. This is a card of guilt. This is a card of feeling trapped. It is also an accountability card. I'm going to get into everything about this card in just a moment. This card in the more traditional tarot, and I am going to just quickly see if I can find it very quickly here. Is depicted as a character that is surrounded by a number of swords, feeling trapped, feeling blindfolded. And yet, when we explore the depths and the meanings of the Eight of Swords more deeply, we discover that the character is not necessarily as trapped as they are making out that they are. Okay, so this is the Eight of Swords from the more traditional tarot. Okay. You'll notice that the character looks like they're bound up here. Okay. But you'll also notice that the bindings are not particularly tight. A few wiggles of her body and shrugs of her shoulder, and chances are all of this is going to fall off. Okay. You'll also notice here that she's blindfolded, but again, the blindfold is only covering one eye and it's not very tight. It's supposed to appear as though the swords are going all the way around the character, and yet they're not. So this card from the Osho Zen interprets this as guilt. What does guilt do? Guilt traps us. Okay. The sense that I'm getting, Cancer, is that in your last reading for the month of December, you were being asked to have some more clarity and have some more boundaries in your life before we move into 2025. And I get the sense that setting those boundaries and having clarity on exactly what it is that you want, Cancer, is creating a sense of feeling guilt. It's making you feel like a little bit like you're trapped. There is an aspect of, oh, well, if I set those boundaries, then people won't respect me. There's a people pleasing aspect to what's going on for you as we move through here. Also, with the holidays coming up, regardless of which holiday you're going to be celebrating here in the latter half of December, there's an aspect of, well, I don't want to upset the family. I don't want to upset that friend. And that is creating a situation where you are trapped and you're feeling guilty. Okay. So let's go. We're going to put this back in the middle of the deck here. Let's clear this deck. All right. So what can empower Cancer to get out of this? What will empower Cancer to get out of this guilt, this Eight of Swords? Uh-huh. All right. We have the Five of Wands. We have the Five of Wands and the Tower coming up for you, Cancer, as your cards of empowerment. Okay. The Five of Wands is a card of too many cooks ruin the broth. The Five of Wands can sometimes indicate that there is a little bit of gossip going on. If you are participating in gossip during the latter half of December, Cancer, this card is calling you out on it and saying, do not participate in gossip because it is only going to cause you isolation and sadness and hurt. Gotta say. So this is sort of a cautionary card. saying that your way out of the guilt that you are experiencing, your way out of that Eight of Swords, that feeling like you're trapped and like you have to, oh, I have to go and do all this family stuff. I have to go and do this with this friend. I have to. I'm getting the sense, Cancer, that during the latter half of December, you need to set really firm boundaries. You don't have to do anything. It is up to you to create those boundaries. That's what that Eight of Swords is telling you. That's what the Eight of Swords over here was telling you. The one that I pulled out so that I could show you what the traditional tarot looks like for that. The Five of Wands is saying you don't have to participate in these big group events that may potentially make you uncomfortable, wherein it may feel like too many cooks are going to ruin the broth, where it may feel like gossip might get out of hand and you might get called out on it. Okay. This is meant to empower you. What is that going to feel like for you, Cancer? Well, it's going to feel like a tower. It's going to feel like your old way of doing things is being changed and removed in order to make way for a new way of doing things. Let's pull some cards of empowerment for Cancer for the latter half of December. Cards of empowerment for Cancer for latter half of December, please, fairies. Yeah, I mean, with that Tower card coming out, Cancer, it is feeling like things are going to change for you and change rather drastically and dramatically when you begin to set some really, really firm boundaries. You have the Three of Autumn corresponding to the Three of Pentacles, the Prince of Winter corresponding to the Knight of Swords, and you have the Two of Spring corresponding to the Two of Wands. Three of Autumn. I love that you got this card to empower you. The Three of Autumn or Three of Pentacles is a card of set your intentions, get clear on exactly what it is that you want. Follow your passion. Yeah. Follow what makes you happy. Do what makes you happy. If you're in people-pleasing mode, is it going to feel like the Tower? Is it going to feel like you Cancer, during the month of December, I can hear for a lot of you, someone will say to you, well, you've never done that before. And it's because you having firm, strong boundaries is going to be uncomfortable for some of the people around you. It's going to be uncomfortable for them. And yet it's what you need to do. You have the Prince of Winter here. Prince of Winter. This is the Knight of Swords. This card as well, sudden and unexpected changes are going to happen. Specifically, I feel my guides are telling me I've got boundaries coming up. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Both visually, I'm seeing like snow fences. It is winter in Canada. But audibly, my guides keep saying boundaries. Cancer needs boundaries. Okay. Sudden and unexpected changes. Sudden or unexpected changes. Okay. You need to think through the issue at hand and you need to be decisive. This card is also sudden and unexpected changes. I don't sense that the changes are necessarily unexpected to you, Cancer. They may appear unexpected to the people around you who have benefited from you having leaky boundaries during 2024. And as you begin to re-empower yourself, as you begin to say, this is what I'm willing to accept in my life, and I'm no longer willing to accept that in my life. As you do that work, it may appear to the outside world as though you are making sudden and unexpected changes, but you're not. And you have the Two of Spring here. The Two of Spring corresponds to the Two of Wands. This is about making a decision and following through. This is ruled by the element of fire. Element of fire is about taking action, Cancer. So during the month of December, your action is holding the line. Holding the line. Having those strong, firm boundaries. And having boundaries is not about cruelty. Having boundaries is about self-love. And with that, I'm going to leave off your mid-month reading. Thank you so much for being here. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. No matter what holiday or celebration you are looking forward to in the latter half of December, please enjoy. And don't forget about my 13 card reading. This is a reading that is available only from December 15th until January 15th. It is only offered once a year, and I will leave a link in the description down below. Take care, everyone.